Clutch time is Dame time. There is no difference, as Damian Lillard proved once again in a win over the Warriors. I'm Robin Lundberg here with Ben Pickman and Wilton Jackson. And in the clutch this season, guys, Damian Lillard's second in points, first in field goal percentage, first in three-point percentage, third in winning percentage. So the question is he the most dangerous player in the clutch in the NBA? For me, if it's one guy to take and make an outside shot, I'm taking Dame. If it's one guy to create in that situation, I'm taking LeBron. If it's one guy to create his own shot, I'm taking Kyrie Irving. And another guy I want to put into the conversation is Jimmy Butler because of his ability to get to the free throw line, which we saw in the playoffs last year. Ben, what do you think? Is it clearly Dame time?
I think it is, and all those guys are great. And I think any team or most teams in the league would want any of them. But right now, this season, it is Damian Lillard. Crunch time is Dame time, right? You look at some of those numbers, and you cited some of them, Robin. He's shooting 83%. He has an 83% true shooting percentage in clutch situations this year. Other stats, he is just trailing Zach LaVine in terms of total points, and he's played 22 fewer minutes than LaVine, and he's 13-5 compared to LaVine, who is just 10-12. But there is some, kind of broad strokes legacy to Damian Lillard. He's done this year after year after year per ESPN Stats and Info. Since 2012-13, Lillard has hit 28 career game-tying or game-winning shots inside the final 20 seconds. That's the most in the NBA. It's pretty impressive, and he does it night after night after night. He's the reason why Portland is winning. We still don't talk about him enough in the MVP conversation, at the top of the league conversation. Damian Lillard is right now the clutchest player in the NBA. Dame time is crunch time. Crunch time is Dame time.
Yeah, his shots are sort of iconic in the way that he makes them. And also, I've always sort of used Dame as the guy that proves that this league is more talented than it's ever been because he doesn't get mentioned in some of those conversations. Like you said, Ben, and he's so absurdly good. He does have those big moments. The only thing that sticks out to me is, and this isn't really his fault because the team around him, some of those other guys I mentioned have done it further into the playoffs. And they've also done it in a different style where it's not just the shot. It's getting into the paint and making things happen as well. What do you think, Wilton?
Robin, you're absolutely right. Those other players have done it the way that they would do it. But, I mean, when you start looking at Damian Lillard, his shot, like the way he plays the game, is starting to become iconic. As Ben mentioned, we've seen this happen night in and night out in the playoffs, in big games. I mean, and I just have to say this. If you're crazy enough to be in isolation defense with the ball in Lillard's hands with the game on the line and you need a stop and it's isolation defense, you're setting yourself up for failure. And that's what happened with Golden State last night. The Warriors have pretty much dominated this game, but if you leave the ball in Lillard's hands on the wing, from the logo, wherever you want to, and he has the ability to shoot the ball, it's probably going to go in. And chances are, I'm taking my chances with Damian Lillard to get the game-winning shot for me and my franchise.
Look, if you say Damian Lillard's the most clutch player, I'm not going to argue. I just say there are other guys in the argument, but Dame is liable to wave you bye-bye.